How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I have to apologize. I had
No
went
problem.
out
No,
for a late
no.
lunch and then lost my wallet, so I had to backtrack
You
and go.
did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. I was at the Dunkin' Donuts. I'm telling on myself.
You know what? Good for you. I had a time when I lost my wallet. I never found it again. It just
Oh,
gone. And you know how that painful is, right?
yeah, it's definitely painful, especially when you got your ID and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. I mean,
yeah.
forget the money, right? I don't care about
Right,
the money. It's the personal information that's gone, right?
right, exactly, exactly.
So that's an incident. We want to. Hey, sure. You probably want to buy some tracker for your wallet, like Find My Wallet, and to link it to your phone just in case.
Yeah, yeah. No, it makes sense. It definitely does.
Because after every incident, I think about the things that we learn, right? So to prevent it from happening again.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Anyway, thank you for time. So I put an agenda. I don't know if you're in front of me or not, but I'll just verbalize it for you. Let me open my doc.
Sure.
And are you in front of the computer or are you on a run?
I'm actually on my cell phone.
Oh,
I can zoom on my phone.
okay, okay. Let me. So I'll tell you about myself. So I just joined like 3 weeks ago, and I'm under Abby, under in a cybersecurity domain area. So my background is, I started I work in an Apple, right? I was there as a infrastructure TPM. I focused on the Apple Mail product, and basically I was responsible for the infrastructure design, product design, deployment, break fixes, incident management, and deployment support. So I was there about for 7 years and just focusing on Apple Mail product. By the way, I'm sure you're an Apple user, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of my. Then I went to after Apple. I went to Meta, Bloomberg, and Google, focusing on various TPM roles, and also specializing in security, trust, privacy, data incident management. Right. So those are kind of my domain area. And when I'm not dealing with incidents, right, I'm doing programs such as instant tooling, education, prevention, did some compliance, regulatory compliance as well. So I regularly work with the legal team, engineer team, the SRE, the data center folks, just to support the roles I mentioned to you. So that's a little like a 2 minute background myself. I want to take a pause to see any question for me.
Oh no, no. Thank you for sharing your background. First of all, congratulations, on coming to Grill, and I hope your experience has been well so far.
Yeah.
Going to come. Yeah, yeah. We're not a perfect company, but we're making strides to actually get there. So, the good thing about it, there's work to be done, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And as you know, I'm kind of still in my onboarding process and meeting with people, talking with colleagues, both in Menlo Park and RTP. And the reason I reach out to you is, Abby, right? He just came on board like maybe a few weeks ago, like maybe 6 weeks ago, right? And
Right, right.
yeah, and I'm sorry if you know about this. I just want to give you the context so you know about it.
Sure, sure. No, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so he is the newly CISO, the cyber security. CISO is like CEO for security, basically, Chief Information Security Officer.
Right.
So he kind of responsible all the cybersecurity, threats, any vulnerability, and one of them is, and I didn't know until recently, and I looked it up, that he's also responsible for physical security. So he asked me to kind of, hey, Danny, since you're just on board, I want you to meet with the people and see what you can learn about it and potentially identify if there are any gaps, things like that, right? So he just kind of asked me to do some legwork. So I started talking to Charlene in Menlo Park a few days ago, and I just brought something out. It was very high level, and one of them I reported to Abby was, potential there's some camera gaps. And Abby asked me, okay, we need to know what that means, whether it's an RTP, Menlo Park. If so, what's the detail? All the nitty gritty details, right? It may be nothing, right? But I just need to kind of check with you, consult with you on the RTP side to see whether there was any issue on that, in terms of potentially, camera security concerns. Okay, security concern on the facility. That's kind of why I'm reaching out to you, and Shirley asked me to
Sure.
consult with you on that one.
For sure. And I don't know if you do. I oversee security for the company,
Right,
the
right.
physical. The aspect of what I call physical security, just the body of security for the site, right? So when you think about security, in layman's terms, NPK and RTP, basically, we don't have alarm systems in the buildings, right? So we rely on, security doing their patrols, secure door, patrols and things like that. And we also use them for our card access program, and as well as basically, CCC, TV, reviewing and things like that. So I didn't to talk about the other two sites, UK and DC. DC and UK are basically landlord lease buildings, just like we are. But since we only purchase the floor, we don't manage or have any process with lobby security or card access. So it's a little bit different from UK. So UK, the landlord kind of manages all that. The point of contact is Lucy for Harpal. She basically lets them know that they need a key fob. They have a new employee starting. So, and then they'll basically, give them a key fob with access and things like that. DC, a little bit different. The landlord basically has security in the front lobby, kind of like your typical New York City business, lobby building where you have basically a officer or two there for check-ins and screenings. Again, there the key fob, access to the suite. It's the same thing they requested the landlord. The landlord provides a key fob, access to their system. But we also do have an integration with their system there where we can take our current proxy card and actually have the numbers and put there so that we can basically use our regular badges when we go to the DC office, right? So that's a little bit more integration that we have there than we do in the UK office, okay? We don't have any cameras or access to cameras in the DC office, so that's one of the things that we were talking about probably about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. It's like, what does our visibility look like, for the DC office? Because I think we have basically like a wing on the seventh floor, right? And there's there's one way up, obviously the elevator, which is basically secured. You have to have a badge that works to actually get on the elevator and go up. And then there's the card reader on the emergency, or on basically stairwell headed down. Otherwise, those are the two access and exit points that we have. Now, when we get to RTP,
Let's focus on RTP. You can do a brain dump. I'll take notes and just kind
okay,
of whatever's on your mind. We can start from level a brain dump. That's quite easy for you, and see what's on, and then we'll go from there.
sure. RTP, originally when it was built out, I think the company spent about $250,000 on cameras, and we have a license S2, which is our card access system. Originally, when I got there, I noticed that basically the camera systems, like there were double cameras, right? So regular fisheye camera lenses that were, kind of put side by side. I spoke to the actual salesperson, and he agreed that basically the site was oversold, for their camera layout and camera installation. It just wasn't, like camera selection just really wasn't just, I noticed it was just really wasn't a good thing because you would have like two cameras side by side, no 180 or no 360 lenses and things like that. We don't have the ability to zoom in. The landlord does have some cameras outside on the exterior. They won't let us put any more exterior cameras on there because, so there's two systems, that we actually have to go through. We have to basically ask them to pull footage, if they, for any events that happen outside. And then we do have a few exterior cameras that overlook like certain things like our electrical rooms and our garbage dumps and our chemical storage sheds, and a few overseeing the parking lots. When Shaolin spoke about like
Gaps. Yeah.
camera gaps and things like that, so Sonatrol in California obviously is who they use for their camera systems and things like that. We used to use Sonatrol too, so we got away from Sonatrol because Sonatrol wasn't really servicing the account, like we needed to. So we actually went for a company called Brady for our maintenance and service areas and camera installations and things like that. But the issues that we've had at RTP is that we've had like servers and ran out of room for like slots for expanding our memory and our storage and so our system kind of really runs slow sometimes, right? So we had to do a lot of resetting of the servers because looking at the cameras would jump. Going back and doing like investigations, like it would jump maybe like an hour or 30 minutes or 20 minutes and things like that. So that was kind of really like cumbersome to kind of really do investigations in certain areas. Um, what else? The system that we use, Visual Client, is works best on Windows based, and also when we're actually inside the building, we're remote. It's kind of slow, and the cameras would freeze up from time to time. Some of them would like black out and things of that nature. So we've always had like tickets going in and resetting the system, having them come out and look at it, and basically our system is really outdated at this point, right?
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
So, do you think that it needs? Okay, maybe I want to step down. I have a list of questions. One is, do we have blind spot in RTP right now?
I'm sorry. Do we have what?
Blind spots for camera coverage.
Yeah. We have some blind spots. Yeah.
Okay, and are these blind spots? Where are they located? Do we have a list? Do we know where they are? I need the details. That's where Abby wants to know. Where are the blind spot and where?
Yeah. So we do have a list of blind spots that we actually looked at, right?
Okay.
And what I can do is kind of go back to the list and refresh. Now we've actually fixed a few because, like, say for instance, we had a blind spot where we didn't have a camera in the back door of the
Yeah.
building room, right?
Yeah.
So we then fixed that, but that's when we found out basically we don't have a lot of slot storage to basically add additional cameras and things like that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because I can't tell you, I used to know the amount of cameras that we have and the amount of slots right there, but I got it written down. But I can actually.
Can you? So Shea, you track that. There's a sheet. There's a documentation that track all these deficiencies. Is that correct?
Yeah. We've been Boyce and I primarily, and Willie. So we do have a security, like the owner of our security force. We've actually been working and tracking and submitting tickets just so we'll have like the data of the issues that we're having and stuff like that. And we keep log and record, of the issues that we have. We're all kind of really versed with the issues that we've had.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can kind of get a summary of all that information and provide it to you.
Can you get that to me by like today's what? Today's Wednesday. Do you think you can get it back to me by at least a preliminary report by end of tomorrow?
Well, I'm off the next 2 days, but let me see what I can get you. So I think probably I can I'll get you the camera. I can get you the camera maps, and I can get you the blind spots.
Yeah.
I can get you the security assessment.
Yes.
That we've done for both sites, NPK and RTP.
Okay.
To kind of give you some background of what we've been doing. And issues we've had, and then I need to get with Boyce and see if we can pull the incident log of the issues that we've had.
Yes, I need those things. And Shey, just to be clear, I'm not here to change anything. I'm just here to kind of try to help you guys out to get out this. And Abby want to know, so I want to be made clear. Yeah.
Let me tell you this. The things that I've been trying to fight for are basically improvements. Obviously, there's some costs of certain things.
Right.
Keep in mind, when the site was built, at the time, the facilities director at the time really didn't have a clue, and the facilities team didn't have a clue about like security, right? So when Sonatrol came in and sold them that, right, and did their assessment, they just, at the time they were writing blank checks. They said, okay, fine. There was nothing. They didn't know anything about security, about running security and stuff like that. So I've had tenure prior of running on-site security. So that's why I kind of really just helped in. Now, to tell you that, it's like, I don't care. I'm not attached to it to the point where I'm territorial, because at the end of the day, we all want everything to be better, right? And
for the company, for our company,
right,
yeah.
For the company, right. Support is support, and that's pretty much where we've been doing it, right? So if you guys bring a bigger voice to the issues that we have, I think it's just great.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear. I'm not here to step on your toe, anything like that.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Like I said, I just manage operations. You know what I'm saying? As far as where we're at, I could care less. Let the higher, higher powers be. Let you guys do your job.
Okay, so you're very familiar with the camera landscape, the weakness, and you probably have some recommendation as well, right?
Sure.
Okay, that would be great.
So it's like I said, basically the issues, like I said, we have is like, with the technology, I think we just really need to move to like, a cloud-based system. We have storage issues. We've since then replaced servers last year. 2 years ago, we separated our, because one of the risks I did recognize is that both our servers used to be combined with RTP and MPK. So if MPK went down, it affected our site too, right? So we had to separate, obviously the two, so that the building and contingency. So these are some of the things that we've done just to kind of sit here and make sure that, the site wasn't, affected by, whatever may have happened and things like that, right? So yeah, we can, I can get on the phone with Boyce and have him all those things, that we've done and send it to you if you have any questions.
Yeah, I will. I will send a list question to you after this meeting, just some basic, like 10 questions. And if you ensure that we have these will be very helpful. Because I'm asking, because Abby's gonna ask me this anyway, so I have to come back to you anyway. So I just want to be thorough.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
Okay. So I'll say that. I think that's the thing. I have 10 question. I'll send it to your email. And you have boys to compose those and send it back to me by tomorrow. Is that possible?
Yeah, I can get it to you by tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. And you're off tomorrow, or you're off the rest of the week?
I'm out the rest of the week. I'll have my laptop with me, but
okay.
I'm out the rest of the week.
No, enjoy your day off. I just make sure, we have this line up, get some information documented.
Yeah.
And I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't, like I said, it's what I do. It's what I do. So I don't mind pulling that together and sending it to you. But like I said, I think the security reports, the assessments that we've done will give you a better history.
Yes. I need that for sure. And when was that done?
It was done. We're due for another one, but it was done, I want to say, about 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Oh my God! Yeah. And any action have taken for that since that took place? There must be a recommendation, right?
Right. Yeah, there are definitely recommendations, but again, what it goes down to is like money and some of the things that we could do. That was one of the reasons why we made a change with security. But some of the things that we were able to do, the things that needed money, we just didn't get the funding for.
Well, hopefully,
it was like hardware issues and things like that, right?
With Abby on board, I think now is a good time.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, think about it. We have a new VP of security, right? So his job is to protect the company's asset and data, right? So I think that's why I think, hey, this is a great time to get the money to fix the house.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
So that's why I'm very excited, and I'm sure you're excited too. We have a new VP, right? I mean, new VP.
Right.
So that's why I think this is a perfect storm to get things done.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Okay.
Totally agree.
All right, let me see. So next action item, I will send these 10 questions about camera, things like that to you. And make sure you have boys comprise the information, all the information, get it to me by end of tomorrow, because I plan to give an update to Abby on Friday.
Okay.
He already asked me to give an update on Friday.
Okay.
So I want to be thorough as I can. Keep in mind, he may come back for more information. That's possible. I want to give you a heads up.
Sure, that's fine.
And in terms of, and Abby's priority right now is on RTP first. RTP, then Menlo Park, then the other two regions. But RTP is priority one.
Right.
So that's why I reach out to you. And I already scheduled a call with Charlene. Actually, she referred me to you, right? So then next week I will talk to her. about
Okay.
men apart. Now, other than the camera, any other issue that you know we need to address in terms of security, but it's kind of on your list of things to do? Anything like anything
Yeah.
else?
Yeah. Well, my thing has always been like, cameras, security and all that as well. But like, if your exterior doors aren't strong,
There you go.
you know,
Can
yeah.
you?
So
Yep.
yeah, we have issues with our doors and our locks and things like
Well,
that.
please,
Yeah.
please, I'll put that in the asking list. I need those information, and I'll put an email. So again, now's a good time to bring them up at the same
Right.
time. Okay.
All right.
And
Great. Yeah.
it's good for you to think about it, and maybe have Boyce just kind of run it by you before he send it, and get those things on the list.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
taking
All right.
the it's Abby could be the Christmas could be the Santa Claus what you guys are looking for.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right. That's the purpose, to protect
Right.
our intellectual IP, to protect the customer data, and so we don't be on the front news one of these days, right? For whatever things, right?
Right. Exactly.
So that's my goal. That's all, to protect, to do the right thing for the company.
Right. No, sounds good. Great goal.
Sounds good. Okay, Shad, I think I'm done. I'll send a recap out, and it's okay. I CC Boyce. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, no, definitely. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the Willie Jacobs. He has a Grill email, but he's the president of the security company, and he's the one that done the assessment. So if you have any questions directly related to that, he can answer those. So that's pretty much been my team the whole time, him and Boyce.
Okay, I will send it to you. I will CC
Yeah.
Boyce, and I will CC Charlene too. Right, it's three of you. Is that good?
Right. Yeah, you can add her. Yeah, you can add her too.
Yeah. So therefore, also we have the plan. We have the next step. So we're on the same loop, and I'll get some information by end of tomorrow, so I can give Abby a quick update. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'll get on the email right now. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it, and it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Okay, hope you make sure to protect your wallet as well.
Wow.
Get the tracking device, man.
All right.
Yeah, you got lucky this time. You got lucky.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. Because especially when I'm going out of town in the morning, I would hate to have to freeze all my cards, right?
Yeah.
Keep them frozen. Yeah.
You got lucky. So do something about it at this time. So get a tracking device, some kind of protection, so in case you lose it again.
Right. Thank you.
Don't forget about it. It's important. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call.
All right. It's a wake up call.
Okay, Shey. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.